Pleroma, if you say in comparison to other social networks, it is that you can really be in control of the whole experience. You can make your own rules, you can control your own data. There's nobody who can ban you on that server except the administrator, which in some cases might be you.
Pleroma is kind of like a Swiss Army knife and maybe even like a chameleon, where we can turn it into any experience we want while still letting the users communicate with each other and not necessarily having to know the experience of the user on the other end. Its power is in its ability to very quickly route messages. It gives them an extreme amount of power that will really change the social media ecosystem as this environment continues to mature. Pleroma and Mastodon both interoperate on the same network, which we refer to as the Fediverse.
The Fediverse is essentially the network that GNU Social built up.
Using a common protocol called ActivityPub.
The technology stack is pretty different. They use Ruby on Rails, which is kind of what I wanted to get away from, and have a lot of dependencies because of that.
Really the goal of this ecosystem is for people to run their own servers in their own communities.
Essentially, as long as you implement this standard way of communicating, you can be part of that. Currently, Pleroma looks a lot like Twitter, but internally we map the complete ActivityPub standard in our internal data structures.
For example, Snapchat is really popular right now. There's really no feasible way of creating some sort of a Snapchat-like experience using the Mastodon platform. However, we can do that fairly easily with Pleroma.
You could do streaming through the Fediverse, you could do video calls through the Fediverse. All this is really easy to add in Pleroma.
The Pleroma project is very exciting because it's kind of like your own social network that you can run, but everything's federated, so you have like a bunch of people running their own social networks.
They're actually putting the products together on top of the protocols, and I think that's one of the biggest benefits that's missing right now is people need to be able to use these products, these delightful products that just happen to be backed by this federated protocol.
It's a very exciting project when you are going to think about the challenges that are in there and how you're going to tackle and solve them.
I think the short-term future is really for us to solve some of the usability cases that we've been discussing.
So just getting more people in there, that would be the thing for the near future and for the more far future.
We want to be able to provide like a Snapchat and Instagram style experience, kind of polish off UI.
In 5 years ahead, I hope there's only Pleroma servers on the net, and Facebook and Twitter and everybody. Maybe they can run it too. I mean, they can run their own instances. I don't mind.